Have you ever wondered where your cotton shirt originated? It may surprise you to learn that cotton production has a long and complex history in the United States. Let's journey back to the 16th century, when Spanish explorers first introduced cotton to North America. They had high hopes for this fluffy white plant, envisioning it as a lucrative crop that could potentially transform the economic landscape. However, they quickly encountered a significant hurdle. Cotton production was a labor-intensive process. Each cotton boll, the part of the plant where the cotton fibers grow, had to be painstakingly picked by hand and the seeds removed. This time-consuming process made it difficult to produce cotton on a large scale. But, as we'll see in the next chapter, it wasn't long before a game-changing invention would revolutionize cotton production, turning this labor-intensive crop into one of America's most profitable industries. So, the seeds of cotton production were planted, but it took a revolution of sorts to truly get it off the ground. Enter Eli Whitney, an inventor who unwittingly changed the course of American history with a simple device. This unassuming innovator, in the year of 1793, introduced the world to a machine that would revolutionize an industry, the cotton gin. Before the cotton gin, the process of separating cotton fibers from their seeds was painstakingly slow and labor-intensive. Workers could only clean about 1 pound of cotton per day, but the cotton gin, short for cotton engine, dramatically sped up this process. With it, 50 pounds of cotton could be cleaned in a single day. This seemingly simple invention revolutionized the cotton industry. The increased speed and efficiency of cotton production meant that growing cotton became a significantly more profitable venture. As a result, farmers across the southern United States began to plant more and more cotton, leading to an unprecedented boom in the cotton industry. As the cotton industry expanded, so too did the wealth and prosperity of the southern states. Cotton became the backbone of the southern economy, transforming it into an economic powerhouse. Towns and cities grew around cotton plantations. Cotton was king, and it reigned supreme thanks to Whitney's invention. But as we know, every revolution comes with its own set of challenges. The increased demand for cotton led to an increased demand for labor. This need for labor was unfortunately filled through the institution of slavery. The cotton gin, while revolutionizing the cotton industry, inadvertently contributed to the expansion and entrenchment of this abhorrent institution. So, while Eli Whitney's cotton gin brought about a new era of prosperity in the cotton industry, it also had unintended and far-reaching consequences. With Whitney's invention, cotton production soared, but at a significant human cost. As we delve further into the history of cotton production, we'll explore these darker implications, shedding light on the full impact of the cotton gin revolution. The cotton boom was not without its shadows. It came with a high human cost. As the cotton fields blossomed, so did a darkness that is forever etched into the pages of history. The rise of cotton production, while it brought prosperity to many, was unfortunately intertwined with a grim reality: the expansion of slavery. In the early 19th century, the cotton industry was booming. This fluffy white gold was transforming the southern states into an economy powerhouse. But this wealth was built on the backs of enslaved Africans. The immense profitability of cotton led to an insatiable demand for cheap labor. And it was this demand that fueled the tragic expansion of the slave trade. Enslaved individuals were forced into grueling labor, working from sunup to sundown in the cotton fields. Their hands became raw from the constant picking of cotton, their spirits crushed by the endless toil. The cotton plantations of the South, while they might have looked prosperous on the surface, were in reality scenes of unimaginable suffering. These enslaved individuals were seen not as people but as property, as mere tools for the production of cotton. Their lives were dictated by the cycles of the cotton crop, their worth measured by the amount of cotton they could pick in a day. The prosperity of the cotton industry was built on this dehumanization and exploitation. The human cost of the cotton boom was staggering. Families were torn apart, cultures suppressed, and countless lives lost to the harsh conditions of the cotton fields. This is a part of our history that we must never forget. The cotton boom, while it brought economic prosperity, also brought about a dark era of human suffering. The cotton fields were not just fields of prosperity, but also fields of sorrow and hardship. It is a stark reminder that the cost of progress is not always measured in dollars and cents. The cotton fields were flourishing, but they were also fields of sorrow and hardship. As the nation was torn apart by civil war, cotton found itself at the heart of the conflict. This soft, fluffy fibre, a symbol of prosperity and wealth, was now a symbol of division, a cause of strife, a catalyst for war. The southern states, with their vast expanses of fertile land and hot, humid climate, were perfectly suited for the cultivation of cotton. This agricultural wonder was not just a crop, but the lifeblood of the southern economy, a golden goose laying a steady stream of profitable eggs. Southern plantations, worked by enslaved people, produced the vast majority of the world's cotton during the mid-19th century. But the North, with its burgeoning industrial economy, was not content to sit idly by. Cotton was the raw material that fed the hungry looms of northern factories. The North wanted to control the distribution of cotton, to dictate its price, to monopolize its profits. This economic tug-of-war between the agrarian South and industrial North was one of the key factors that led to the Civil War. As the war raged on, cotton became a pawn in a larger geopolitical game. The South attempted to leverage its cotton monopoly to gain recognition and support from Europe. This was known as the cotton diplomacy strategy. But the North, with its naval blockade of southern ports, effectively choked off the South's cotton exports. The Civil War was not just a battle of armies, but also a battle of economies. The North, with its industrial strength and diversified economy, eventually triumphed over the agrarian South. The war brought an end to slavery, and with it the South's cotton-based economy was forever changed. Cotton, once a symbol of prosperity and wealth, was now a symbol of division and strife. It had been at the heart of an economic conflict that had torn the nation apart. But as the smoke of war cleared, a new era dawned. An era in which cotton would continue to play a pivotal role, albeit in a different context and under a different set of circumstances. Cotton, once the backbone of prosperity, had become a symbol of division and strife. From the fields of the 19th century to the high-tech farms of today, cotton production has come a long way. The 20th century marked a new era in cotton production, as industrialization swept through the agricultural sector. Mechanized harvesting was introduced, with machines replacing human hands in plucking cotton bolls from the plants. This significantly reduced the labor required and increased the speed of harvesting, transforming cotton farming into a more efficient enterprise. Alongside mechanization, another revolution was taking place: the rise of genetically modified crops. In the latter half of the 20th century, scientists began to modify the cotton plant's very DNA, creating varieties that were more resistant to pests and diseases. This reduced the need for chemical pesticides, making cotton farming not only more efficient but also more environmentally friendly. As we moved into the 21st century, technology continued to evolve. Today, precision agriculture is the name of the game. Farmers use GPS and satellite imagery to monitor their crops and apply water, fertilizers and pesticides more efficiently. Digital tools help them track the growth of their plants and predict the best time for harvesting, minimizing waste and maximizing yield. In addition to these technological advances, there's been a growing emphasis on sustainable practices in cotton production. This includes using water more efficiently, reducing the use of harmful chemicals, and implementing practices that improve soil health and biodiversity. All these advancements have made cotton production more efficient and sustainable, but they've also brought new challenges. The increased use of technology requires significant investment and expertise, creating a divide between large, technologically advanced farms and smaller, less resourced ones. And while genetically modified crops have many benefits, they also raise ethical and environmental concerns. Despite these challenges, cotton remains a crucial part of the American economy. It's not just a crop, It's a symbol of our nation's history and resilience, a testament to the ingenuity and adaptability of American farmers. Today, cotton remains a crucial part of the American economy, a testament to its enduring legacy. So there you have it, a journey through the history of cotton production in the United States. We've traced the story from its humble beginnings, when cotton production was a laborious task. We then moved on to the cotton gin revolution, an invention that changed the game entirely, making cotton production faster and more efficient, but also intensifying the demand for slave labor. We didn't shy away from the dark side of the cotton boom, the inextricable link between this cash crop and the institution of slavery. We also explored cotton's crucial role in the Civil War, a conflict that forever altered the landscape of the industry. And finally, we brought the narrative up to the present, discussing modern production methods that have transformed cotton from a raw commodity into the fabric of our lives. Next time you pull on a cotton shirt, remember the complex history woven into its fibers.